All right, Jim, next question from Twitter using the hashtag CornyDriveThru from Pete Boyle. I recently learned about Vince McMahon's hatred of sneezing. Does Jim have any stories of anyone sneezing in front of Vince?
Me, and this was before that I was aware of the sneezing issue, right? I wasn't fully aware of all of Vince's picadillos because this was like sometime in 96, shortly after I'd started working there. But I got sick. And I was miserable, but since, once again, I haven't been there long. And, as I never no show a show because I'm sick, but this was different. This was like, I'd never been involved in meetings before like this so much. So I asked Bruce, I'm like, geez, I feel like shit. I should go to Vince. Oh yeah, don't no show Vince's. He doesn't allow people to get sick. Okay. All right. So I fucking go to Vince's house for our regular writing day, right? But I'm feeling like shit, and it gets worse as the day goes on, and my head's clogged up, and I'm sneezing, and I'm coughing, and I've got something horrible. And all I know is that Vince doesn't allow people to get sick, so I'm, I guess, expected to fucking show up and press on anyway. But I had not been told about his picadillos, like the individual sneezing thing and all that other stuff. So I'm thinking, if I impress on this, if I just get sympathy, if I just start selling like I'm going to the electric chair, this motherfucker will say, go home, right? Go home. You're obviously sick, because it's what I would say to another person that appeared to be, and truthfully was, in this bad a shape. So I am making sure to sneeze and making sure to cough. And I'm going, boy, it's hot in here, isn't it? And then the next time, boy, it's cold. I'm freezing. And I'm exhibiting all the fucking symptoms of a goddamn pneumonia patient. And I can't get him to fucking, then he says, you know how you got to make somebody talk you into it, right? Or elsewise it looks too good. So the first time he says, are you going to be okay, pal? Oh, yeah, I'll be okay. Well, if you need to go, no, I'm at least once, maybe twice, but at least once you got to say, no, I'll be all right. So when he says,
right,
if you need to go home, no, I'll be okay, Vince. All right, then, page 4. I'm like, what the fuck? And so now I'm more sick, and I'm slobbering, and I'm spraying germs everywhere. He never would offer me again. Never again, because he didn't want it to begin with. It probably was the only time he'd ever asked anybody if they wanted to go home, and it probably wasn't because it was charity to me, but because he didn't want to see me fucking sneeze anymore. But yeah, it don't work. You can't get out of a meeting with Vince.
But beyond that, his whole thing about not wanting to personally sneeze and being upset with himself if he sneezes, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Well, yeah, but that's before I knew all of that crazy stuff. I just figured he's an insensitive prick that doesn't mind if makes people work when they're sick.
He must have hated you. You didn't go to the gym, you sneeze.
Well, I guess he probably thought that I was as fucking weird as he thought I was. Because I'm thinking this motherfucker not only has a gym in his office and a gym in his home, but goes to both of them each multiple times a day, and wouldn't fucking eat a goddamn cheeseburger if you held a gun to him. What the fuck is wrong with him? And he's thinking the opposite about me.
All right, well.
But the difference is he didn't need to do anything he didn't want to do because he's got enough money. So right there, I would have specifically modified a number of my behaviors if I had Vince McMahon's money.
So do you think it would have been a good time to sneeze in Titan Towers when Vince told all the wrestling employees he had to cut their salaries? Was that a good sneezing time? Was that fair time?
I was not there then. I never got cut. The first time I got cut would have been the last time I got cut. Because I was taking as little as I would possibly take to be there at that point anyway.
You and Lord Alfred Hayes, I guess. He had the same philosophy.